All right, welcome back. Today is our second video of the Cadillac Essential series. We're going through each exercise step by step to learn the setup, the breath, the target muscles, and things to watch out for. So let's get started. We're starting with the scapula isolation push through bar with springs from below. So you'll set it up with 2 springs underneath. Coming down onto your back, bend the knees and adduct the legs. All right, let's get started. With the spine and pelvis neutral, adduct the legs, take a deep breath in, and protract the scapula. So you're rounding through that upper back, shoulders glide away from the spine, and then exhale, allow the scapula to return to neutral. Continue there. So inhale, protract. This is great to teach scapula isolation, to teach scapular movement and mobility. And then it can also be done on the reverse. Next, let's come into chest press. Push through bar with springs from below. 2 springs. We inhale, prepare. We exhale, press the bar up. Inhale, bend the elbows, controlling the return of the bar. So we can start from a bent elbow position. The elbows are in that 45-degree angle. We're thinking of hugging into the core. We're thinking of long through the back of the neck. We inhale, prepare, exhale, press the bar up. You can also do this from tabletop position with one or both legs lifted. Think of keeping tension in the springs the entire time. Option to bring the elbows to parallel for that tricep focus or target of the tricep muscles. Good. Inner thighs with the legs adducted, whether they're down or up. And let's go ahead and come up to the next one. Next, we have leg presses. So 1 or 2 springs. Start with 1 if you feel more comfortable with that, and definitely with clients that you feel more comfortable working with 1. Lying on the back, head towards the push through bar, upper spine neutral. Balls of the feet are securely placed on the bar, dorsiflexed, knees bent, legs together and parallel. As you start and bend the knees, the tailbone might curl off a little bit. But as you start to straighten the knees, we reach up through the spine, tailbone sinks down, pointing the toes at the top, and then flex, point, triple flexion, everything comes down, ankle, knee, and hip. Good. Extend, lengthen ankles, knees, and hips extend, and then point, flex, everything bends to that return. So I think the main thing here is that the tailbone is slightly lifted on the initial part of the movement, on the setup rather, and then as we exhale and we inhale, extend, as we exhale we flex the ankles, inhale, point the ankles, exhale, return to the start position. So the breath feels different than the some of the reformer exercises. Stabling through the transverse, working quad, calf, plantar flexors, knee flexors, and hip extensors. The hip is the least involved, obviously, though, but it will still be there. And you can do this with legs sit bone distance apart. You can do them legs laterally rotated. You can do it 1 leg at a time. We could omit the dorsiflexion and plantar flexion and just focus on the coordination around the knees. Good. Rest it. Next, we'll come to bicep curls supine. We're lying on our back, away from the vertical sliding bar. And now at the other end of the Cadillac, legs will be adducted, knees flexed, and holding the handlebars rather, with the arms by the side. Palms are up, so we're supinated, and elbows are on the bed. We want to think the horizontal sliding bar there is at the height of the shoulders from a seated position. I was just double checking all of that. I'm trying to be specific with what the manual says, just to stay consistent and learn it Obviously, everything can have deviations, and we can get creative and work with some play and also with clients. Here, come all the way down once you've got the hold of the handles. We inhale, prepare. The elbows stay where they're at. They can rest on the bed. And then exhale, keeping the upper arm pretty still. Flex the elbows, pulling the hands towards the shoulders. Scapula are stable. Elbows slowly extend as we inhale, return. About 10 repetitions. This will work transverse, pelvic floor to stabilize, biceps or elbow flexors concentrically to curl and eccentrically to return. Some variations would be to rotate through the grip, so you could start palms up and then do the next repetition palms pronated. You could do neutral, although it's kind of awkward with these handles. Legs could be tabletop. A nice one is to alternate right, left, or do single arm, adding a quicker breath pattern. So lots of options. Think about how we can play around with it on the reformer. The upper body could be in flexion, or the upper spine could be in flexion for upper abdominals. Ribs knit together. Either way. And rest it. Headed to the mid-back series, we'll spin around, face the other direction. Take a deep breath in. Feet are still planted, knees are bent, tricep press. And so elbows stay just as they were, but now the resistance is coming from behind. So we are using triceps, back of the arms concentrically to press, and reach through the springs eccentrically to return. Exhale, press. Inhale, slowly return. This could be same thing, palms up or palms down. Any type of alternating will increase the stability of the, will increase the obliques' need for stability. We could do this with coordination, ab bicycles. And then take it to long arms, straight down. Same breath pattern, inhale up, exhale, press and reach. About 5 repetitions each. So there are many variations, tricep, then straight down, then 45 degrees. 5 of each. Same breath pattern, same variations. They could come out to a T or out to the side. The springs create tension both on the down and the up, but we're always controlling the return. Focused on scapular stability, broad across the collarbones, relaxed and lengthened through the back of the neck. Inner thigh with the legs adducted, option to bring them to tabletop. And then circles. Same thing with the circles. We can alternate, circle one direction, then the other. Reciprocal, that seems challenging, but it's an option. Upper body inflection, where we lower and lift. We could stay in flexion the entire time. The rib cage principle, we're connected and drawing low ribs in. Quiet pelvis. Challenges core stability. Feel free to add the bicycles. 5 in each direction. Continue lengthening away from collarbones. These are nice though. Any sort of press, you're getting pec, anterior delt, lats, teres major, posterior delt. Everything is working through that circle. And then let's take it to the next series. Back rowing prep. We'll start with plow. Vertical spine. We can be platform. You could have knees bent if needed. Legs are long and adducted in the manual though. We inhale, prepare, exhale, reaching the arms down, extend the shoulders. So the arms come behind the shoulder, maintaining the alignment of the spine, maintaining the collarbones and scapular stability. Keep the arms as close as possible to the side, but given the width of the Cadillac, if there's a box or a platform, they typically can come a little closer. Engaging the core. And then take it to open elbows, so bending the elbows, palms face the body, pelvis and spine neutral. Inhale, prepare, exhale, reach the elbows out. So think horizontal abduction. The elbows are lengthening away from the body. They're not just pressing back. There's this arc, if you will, where they extend out to the side. Both elbows at the same height throughout. No need to pinch the shoulder blades together. Just think drawing or shoulder blades glide towards the spine. And release. Take it to bicep curls. Airplane rather. My hips were starting to bother me. I did bicep curls first. So it's upright, but I just like leaning back a little bit to get some core or lower abdominals. Either way, elbows are fixed. They're nice and high. We inhale, prepare, exhale, flex the elbows, draw the hands towards the ears. Either way, everything is stabilizing in the spine. Same thing here. It could be both together. It could be alternating. Palms could be down or palms could be up. Next, we'll take it to tricep. So I tried seated, didn't love it, so I'm doing it kneeling. Kneeling upright or kneeling forward. I just wanted to get a little bit of an angle there. Think either way, spine is stable. We're keeping neutral pelvis and spine. We inhale, prepare. We exhale, extend the elbows. Feeling the back of the arms. Stability through the scapula. Stability through the upper arms. Controlling the return of the springs. Lats and teres major. Posterior delt to concentrically press back. Eccentrically return. Posterior delts on the press back. Eccentrically on the return. Deltoids stabilize the arms at a constant height. And then we'll take it to roll down. Hands out in front. Start to roll back on the exhale. Staying rounded. Maintain flexion. Breathe into the sides of the ribs. And then exhale, flex over the legs. Inhale, sequentially tail to head, returning to neutral. So just like a roll up, roll back, roll over the legs, inhale, restack, exhale, roll back, ASIS away from the femurs, flexing the lumbar spine as the lower abdominals engage. Breathe into the side of the ribs as you get to the back and side, breathe in, exhale, round over the legs, maintaining flexion, inhale, sequentially lengthen, spine to tail to head. As we roll forward, there'll be a little slack in the spring. Release. We'll take it to roll down with obliques. Part of the back rowing prep, we inhale, same thing, tall. Exhale, roll back sequentially, tucking the tail between the thighs. This time, inhale to the side of the ribs. Exhale, maintaining the flexion. Rotate your torso to one side and simultaneously extend the arms as if punching or opening a small newspaper. Inhale, rotate to center. Exhale, rotate to the opposite side, extending the arms like you're opening a small newspaper. I've heard the term punching and I've heard open a small newspaper. What we want to think is just challenging that core stability. We're rotating the torso. working the obliques. Same breath as before. When we come up, we initiate with the abdominals to flex the torso forward over the legs, finding the sitting bones, and then inhale, sequentially lengthen from tail to head, returning to neutral, simultaneously extending the elbows. Next, we have front rowing preps. Starting position seated, now facing away from the vertical sliding bar, pelvis and spine neutral. Legs can be straight and adducted or knees bent for more support. Maintain that spinal alignment as we inhale, prepare, and exhale, flex the shoulders to reach the arms directly forward and up. Maintain scapular stability as you reach the arms back. 5 repetitions. Palms can be forward, palms can be back. Second position now with like a hug a tree. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, press the hands forward to create a circle. Inhale, maintaining scapular stability, reach the arms open, controlling the return of the springs. Palms can be facing up or down. As modifications, this variation, they are neutral, so palms face. Arms are straight, just slightly lower than shoulder level, so they're not exact at the collarbones, just slightly lower than collarbones, and the elbows are soft. Inhale, exhale, hug into center. Inhale, slowly control the return. 5 of those. Next, we'll take it to offering. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, we extend the elbows forward, reaching shoulder level. Inhale, keeping the arms straight, palms up. We horizontally abduct, so arms open out to the side, like the hug a tree, but palms to the sky or supinated, keeping the scapula neutral, so we don't have to squeeze the shoulder blades together or elevate the shoulder blades. Return to that parallel position, palms up, horizontally adducting the arms, and then inhale, flex the elbows, and return to start position. So maintaining the tension in the springs, maintaining core stability, belly button to spine, spine to belly button. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, abduct. Exhale, adduct. Inhale, elbows flex and return. Okay, for this next one, it's arm spring standing. I had limited space, so I just did the lower trap version kneeling. And I come from exercise science world, and this is when we do a lot with cables. We inhale, let the arms lengthen. Exhale, draw the elbows like you're reaching them into the back pockets. And it's lower trapezius, concentrically on the way down, eccentrically on the way up. Stability. You can alternate, which is really nice, either holding one down and the other lifts and lowers, or alternating where the resting one is lifted. I'd rest it. Okay, for the next one, let's take it out to a T. Although I went kneeling, which does give more glutes, but I just really had more space than in the room there. So within either position, think neutral spine, neutral pelvis, arms slightly below the shoulders. Mine could be a little lower. We inhale, prepare. We exhale, open. Perfect. Next, let's go into side arm work. So internal rotation, external rotation, starting with adduction. Elbow is bent. We're going to bring the upper arm into the body on the exhale. Inhale, return with control. All right, and then internal rotation. So the next time that elbow hugs in, let the arm open. 5 to 10 of each. Rotate in and out. Stabilizing through the scapula. Switch it to the other hand. Abduction, so elbow nudges the neighbor. Vertical pelvis, neutral spine. Vertical just means sit bones are right under the pelvic, like ears of the pelvis. The iliac crest, and then external rotation. And you can adjust the positioning for yourself or your client based on how much tension you need to create the right dose there of activation. Once you've done 5 to 10 of each of those, take it over to your other side, and this will finish here. We're trying to stabilize in the standard one, and then but we can add rotation, we can add kneeling, we can take it seated, we can take it standing on rotational discs. Every variation is going to give a different muscle target, but listen to which one feels best for your body and your client and for that day. These are integral to healthy shoulders. Great for beginner up to advanced elite athletes to learn what's happening in the humerus, what's happening at the junction of the shoulder of the humerus with the glenohumeral joint. Abduction, nudge the neighbor, external rotation, neutral palm. Although it can be done palm up, a little awkward with these handles. It could be done palm down. Thank you so much. And we'll finish with the last little bit here in the next video. I'll see you then.